Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hungry Fox, and today, well, first off, it's a rather cool day. I think we're in the 50s. We got quite a bit of rain. We're not out in the field even yet. Supposed to be partly sunny tomorrow, and then then more rain. I don't know when we're gonna get in the field. And Jessie sees a car about 3/4 of a mile down the road. She has to go try to chase it off. But anyway, today I'm going to show you something. Don't do this with your griddle. First off, I need to get a cover for this if I'm going to have it up here. But yeah, this has not been, let me get the cover off. This has not been cleaned off. And I kind of forgot about it actually. This has not been cleaned off in about 3 weeks. Clean your griddle, guys. Clean it off after you eat. Go back out at least the next morning or something and clean it off. Is it going to hurt anything? I highly doubt it. But we'll see how easy she comes clean. So anyway, I'm going to get this fired up and get it good and hot and get some water on there, start scraping around. We'll see what happens here. But get the valve turned on and we'll get her going here. And turn them all on. We're going to need them all on. Get them all up on high. And we're going to let this go and get pretty hot and see what happens. And I know the lighting isn't real good in here, although on the camera, as I'm looking, doesn't look too bad. But one thing I don't like about this griddle is your grease trap here. These things, they don't come out real easy. You kind of bend them around, and if that thing gets full, yeah, it'd make kind of a mess. But I might do a little modification to that and show you what I do. Had an idea ever since I got it about doing something with that. But gonna let this heat up and we'll get to cleaning. Gonna be making some Iowa chops and potatoes and some broccoli on this thing here in a couple of hours. I gotta get it cleaned off. I actually kind of forgot that I hadn't cleaned it off. I don't remember the last thing I made on this. I don't know if it was steak or chops or chicken or something, but anyway, I'll bring it right back and we'll get to going on this. Okay, so right now we're at about, and we're still climbing. We're about 250, 260, somewhere in there. And you can see some of the old crud is already starting to bubble up. I'm gonna go ahead and scrape that off. I think we're gonna be okay here, guys. Even after 3 weeks of no maintenance here, I think we're gonna be okay. It sits here in the garage. It doesn't get rained on or anything. I think it's kind of slowly leaning this way just a little bit, which isn't going to work to my advantage. But I'm going to continue to let it heat up. Got paper towels and my tripod's against them. I'm going to have to move you just a bit. Let me just get those off of there. Okay, now I'm just going to take a couple of these and just kind of wipe this down a little bit right now. Some of this oil and grease that's down here on this side, just kind of put the gunk down. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine. I do have some pitting on this and may have to resurface it here at some point. But I'll bring it back in here in just a second. Okay, it's been a few minutes. We're up to roughly 400 degrees or so. And you can use paper towels. I'm using shop towels on this. But I'll wipe this down one more time here real quick. Get some more towels. sure that's out of the way. And we're going to put some water down on here. Get some steam going. Get all that old crud off of there. I think we're going to be okay. We may have to resurface this. I do have some pitting going on right here. Actually going a lot better than I thought it might. Get me some more towels. Just doing 2 at a time. Sometimes I use 3. Steam helps bring up all that old food and stuff off of there. You can see stuff popping up over here. This is generally all I do is I put get it good and warm, or hot actually, and just keep putting water on it and wiping it down. There's not really a lot that needs scraped off at the moment. And by putting that water down, I cooled it back down to about 260 degrees. We're back up to about 300. I'm starting to run out of water here, but I think we're getting about done here. Let's do this another time. And the dog's chasing something. You can see I'm not picking up too much stuff here. Just about out of water. I'm gonna go get just a little bit more and I will be right back. All right, got me some more water. One more time here, I think I'll do it. I don't see a lot of stuff coming up here. A little scrubby. Yeah, there's hardly anything coming up. Yeah, a little more right there. This is usually where I do my cooking right here, most of my cooking. This side over here, just it doesn't seem to get quite as hot. But I'd say we're looking pretty good here. All around the edges. I'd say we're good. Gonna make sure all the water burns off of that and or steams off of that. And now we got a little crud right there. I'm going to shut the burners off and then we'll put some oil down on that and be ready to make supper here in just a little bit. So what I always do, turn the burners off. And then I always shut the valve on the tank off. Then turn one burner on just to release all the pressure out of the line. This little gauge down there, I should do a review on that. Not real accurate, but I'll explain that later. So right now we're getting down in temperature. We're still about 250 or so. Cooling down pretty fast. But this is what I use for checking temperature. There's all different kinds of guns you can use, but or you know, thermopens that have an infrared on the bottom. They're kind of pricey, but this is what I'm using right now, and if you're interested in getting one of these, I'll link that down below in the description. But right now, we're gonna throw a little bit of oil down there. Probably don't even really need to, since I'm gonna be cooking on this here in a couple more hours, but just gonna do it anyway. And you just wanna put a thin layer of oil down just to prevent rust. Just get it good and oiled up. And you can see my surface isn't exactly perfectly smooth, but it's not really flaking up or anything, so we're just going to keep going on it. You want to get all around the edges, and probably after this next cook I'll even do the outside edges, but you want to get up on top and everything. It is just steel here, so it will rust, but yeah, I picked up a little bit of crud on there, but off of the whole surface of the grill, that's not too bad. Or griddle, not grill. Just a thin layer. And then you would be done to put it away for the next cook. So if you've been following my channel for any length of time, you know, it used to be called the Shop Fox BBQ, and the Fox shop is inside the barn there. And the roof blew off that side. Well, it had two roofs on it, just like this side. And the top one blew off, and it basically rains inside there now. So that shop is getting moved over to that building right there. I'm gonna put a new cement floor on that end of it and turn that into the new shop, so there's no more cooking in the shop, well, at the moment anyway. Thinking about it doesn't look real good in here, but thinking about taking some stuff off the wall over here, putting a background of some kind up, and start cooking up next to that. Get some better lighting in here. I know the lighting isn't real good. Cat, what are you doing? I know the lighting isn't real good, and I got a bunch of stuff in here, just boxes and stuff. But anyway, that's really all there is to it. And I guess after 3 weeks of stuff sitting on there, you can still clean it up pretty good. So no problem there. That light you're seeing right there is coming from that. So you need to get some different lighting, maybe some of those ring lights, those selfie lights or whatever they call them, something like that, so we don't have reflections off of the grill and weird lighting like that. But anyway, I didn't know how this was going to turn out, but I guess it turned out okay. So I'm going to put the top back on this and then get to cooking here after a while. Like I said, I'll link that thermometer in the description down below, and you can check that out. And with that being said, if you would, please give this video a big old thumbs up. Comments go down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.